Let's do this, chat. Bam. First we got Tiamat Omega Dragoncraft Legendary. It's a 4 play.34 Legendary Dragon Follower. It says Crystallize 1, Countdown 1. Fanfare. Give an ally follower the following effect until the end of your opponent's turn. Can't be attacked. Last words. Give +1/+1 to a random ally follower. Fanfare. Restore 2 defense to your leader. Then give -1/-1 to all enemy followers. If Overflow is active for you, restore 4 defense and instead give -2/-2. So basically, there's like 3 ways to look at this card. For the Crystallize, it's kind of a funky effect that I'm not sure is like too worth. You give a follower, can't be attacked, which I guess is worth something. And then last words, +1/+1, but you don't choose that one. There might be some like cheeky synergy there with like the Rebel neutrals, things like that. Stuff that wants to get buffed, like you could use this to proc like your Regis or something like that. But I'm not sure the Crystallize is too powerful. The actual body on the other hand I think is pretty solid. You get 2 defense to your leader and some AoE damage. Whether you're getting the, 2 and then -1/-1 or 4 and then -2/-2 in overflow. Like it's pretty easy for Dragon to hit overflow. And at that point you'll be paying 4 play points for a 3/4 that heals and does like a good chunk of AoE damage. And that seems pretty solid to me. It's got nice art, got some dragons in there. This card doesn't seem like super crazy to me, but I mean I think it's good enough. And yes, the effect is not just like deal 2 damage, it's -2/-2. So anything that would have survived is going to have, 2 less attack or 1 less attack, which makes it easier to deal with. And I mean that's nice. Plus hey, who doesn't like some healing? So Tiamat Omega is nice. It doesn't like... This doesn't enable like a new dragon archetype or anything like that. And out of the current dragon decks, like I don't believe that Bike would want to play this. But maybe in Ramp or Roost or whatever else Dragon wants to do in the future, maybe Tiamat Omega can find a spot somewhere in there. Yeah, maybe it's like, it's fair to say it's meta dependent. In some metas, could be massive, right? Like if it's aggro meta, like sure, you just ramp, then heal 4, wipe their board, like seems pretty good, right? Maybe in other metas it just wouldn't do much, so we'll see. The meta is aggressive, this could be good. It looks more meta dependent. I like the art though, it's cool. I grab a peg of rum. Card reveal makes me drink my sorrows. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the card reveal, dude. Tiamat is cool. I do like the card. I don't dislike it. I think it's solid. It's just like not like a... It's not a like class defining card. And I guess she's from Granblue. Okay, our next card is Alistair Silver Star. It's a Runecraft Legendary, 5 play.26 stat line. Accelerate 2. Banish an enemy follower with 2 defense or less, and then banish 2 cards from your deck. The actual follower has Drain, and it says Fanfare. If you have 20 or less cards in your deck, gain the ability to Evo for 0 Evo points. On Evo, it gets banished an enemy follower, banish 2 cards from your deck. This is clearly 20 cards or less support for Rune, and I'm not sure if that's something they want to continue pushing in the future, but I mean it is there. It's not a bad card by any means. I just don't know like if that deck would be a thing, but like 2 play points to banish something is okay. Arguably good. Banish is better than destroy, right? Banishing 2 cards from your deck in theory helps you get to your 20 cards or less, which if that deck wants to do that, then sure, that's a good thing, right? It has Drain, which is nice. No one would complain about having Drain. And then if you're at 20 cards or less, which the deck is trying to get there, then you Evo for free, and that's good. Then on top of that, it has an Evo effect to banish any enemy follower and still banish 2 cards from your deck. So if you're not at 20 or less, you can still get there, and if you are, you get a free Evo, you get removal, and then a 4/8 body that's going to attack something, get 4 life back. And at worst, it has Accelerate 2, so it's not clunky. Like, all of those things seem okay. They all seem like good things. Again, this does not sell me on 20 cards or less Rune by itself. But if 20 cards or less Rune becomes a thing, then I would imagine they would certainly be playing this. So I do like this card, I don't dislike it. Green is gonna banish themselves. Hey, if that's what they gotta do, that's what they gotta do. Is it gonna get funny voice lines? Maybe. Could Control Rune play this? I mean, any rune that could play this, would they want to? Should they? I don't know. I'm not sure. By the way, you guys already raised 28,000 for the interview, and we just put this up today. So I guess you guys really want me to interview the February SBO champ, but we still need an extra, you know, make it happen, chat. Pay your taxes. Noir in the chat, you did miss the card reveal. Yeah, we just finished going over it. But don't worry, it's a good card. I think you'd like it. What worries me is that we already have a card that will banish till we have 20 cards. And all the cards that banish from deck do not lose this effect once the condition is met. You're saying you're scared of decking out? I wouldn't be. Dan Braconia, what's up, dude? Did I check the sort of legendary? We will get to it. Oh shit. I was not showing you guys the... Did I do that whole thing about the Tiamat without having Tiamat on the screen? Because if so, my bad, chat. You're supposed to be looking at it. Nobody said anything? Does Noir like getting griefed? Oh, she was on the screen? Okay, okay. Okay. Alistair is there. We were looking at it. Good to know. Okay, so next is Luminera Omega, the Swordcraft Legendary. I like the art. It looks pretty cool. It's an officer. It's a sword fusion card, so you can fuse commanders into this. Has crystallized 1, countdown 1. Fanfare, this card is fused with at least 1 card. Remove all effects from all enemy followers except changes to attack or defense. So, and last withdraw card. So basically, you put a commander into this bad boy. You get for 1 play point a full board silence that then draws a card. I mean, that's gotta be good, right? In the right situation, I guess. Like, if it's relevant, you have access to it. And if not, you can play for the follower. And the follower is a 7 play point 5/9 ward. This fanfare. If this card fused at least 1 card, give all allies the following effect. Can't take more than 4 damage at a time. So clearly you only need to fuse 1 dude into this, which I guess makes sense for Swordcraft. And then you get 2 choices. Either a silence board wide or protection for your dudes. And protection for your dudes could be very relevant because of Ida. Like, Ida enables some insane Shadowverse turns and insane Shadowverse boards, but those boards often just get wiped. So I guess the idea is that you would go like Ida on 8, and then after use the Omega to protect your board. Would that be too crazy? If all allies fun effect, can't take more than 4 damage at a time. I mean, it seems good. I don't know. There's some cards that could still clear through that effect, but a damage shield for everybody probably makes your board just harder to be dealt with, right? Oh, it goes for your leaders too. That's interesting. Yeah, that's true. All allies. Well, I guess that's really strong then. That's really strong. It's kind of like the Roland amulet, except it's on you and not the amulet, which means it's a lot better, right? This will be a 3 off sword after Amelia, but it's awkward to draw with Amelia. This is a Walford card. Well, you'd have to fuse Walford into it, right? That means that the leader can never take more than 4 damage at a time. Yeah, it seems pretty busted, right? Seems pretty good. Does it draw without fusion? Yes, I believe you can always crystallize at 1 and then last withdraw card. You just wouldn't get the fanfare, but you still get the last words, right? Like Roland without the amulet? Yes. But yes, it's a good point to say, like, so your leader will always get this, but only the followers that are on the board before this will get the effect. Any new ones you play after will not. Which is what I'm saying, like, I guess you go Ida, this kind of everything, and then make the board and get the shield, right? You can't go like turn 7 Omega, and then Ida get the payoff. It won't work like that. I can't wait to see Sword be tier 2 even with this card. Does 4 damage thing for the rest of the match? Yes. Because it becomes an effect of your leader, basically. It becomes a leader effect, more or less. It's not an effect of the follow, it's an effect of the allies, right? Why would you fuse more than once? I guess you could fuse more than once if you don't want to overdraw. It does happen to Sword all the time where they need hand space. So you could do that. You can also empty your hand, yes, if you need to redraw with Ariad. So it's not a bad thing. It's not going to hurt you, but it has potential for it to be good. When people try to target buff Sanctuary him with Otake Dragon, you can place and counter them both. The leader is an ally. That's how that works, yeah. The fact that this costs 7 means you'll probably play it on 9 if you have one Ida. Yeah, that's how I think this will go down. Like, you play Ida on 8, get this to 2. If you have a second Ida, it's cost 0, but even at 2 play points, like, it should be good enough after. The art is super amazing. I do like it a lot. And the effects, both of it, seem good. It's got ward too, and not a bad stat line, so like everything about it looks pretty solid. I can't imagine this not being a good card. One thing must be noted, this card prevents CF1 ward till deck win condition in the mirror. Yes, funny enough, this lets Sword answer the CF1 with ward. That is funny. You can also play it on 7 to make sure you survive to the Ida turn. That is true, yeah, like even if your board isn't insane on turn 7, you could just play this and get the face shield. And it's still like a pretty well-statted follower, right? You can also play it on 8 with the Ariad, also true, yep. Like if you go Ida, play stuff, play Ariad, get 3 play points back, then play Omega. You could always do that as well. Well, seems pretty interesting. This looks like a good Shadowverse card. You can play him twice. You can play this guy 3 times if you wanted to. Who's gonna stop? Wait. That's it? Wait, they've shown like no cards, dude. No cards, chat. Okay, our next card is Sen, the Stormclaw Girl. It's like Forest Craft Gold. Doesn't this remind you guys of Latika? Don't you look at this card and you think of Latika? Is Latika not a Stoneclaw or something? Okay, Sen is a 2-play 1/1. Says Fanfare, if at least 2 other cards were played this turn, can heal for 0 play points. Clash, give -2 attack to enemy follower. That's a permanent debuff, by the way. It's not till the end of the turn, it's there forever. And then on Evo, it has an Evo effect that says, put a Carefree Kitty into your hand, and it still remains the Clash. So basically, 2-play 1/1, not great, but it has a good Clash. And with the Fanfare, you can Evo for free. On Evo, it's getting full Evo stats. Still has the Clash effect, and you get the cat. But what does the cat do, chat? What does the cat do? The Carefree Cat is a cute cat, and he says, Forestcraft Gold follower, 0 playpoint 1/1. At the end of your turn, if this card is in your hand, reveal it and give a random follower +1/+0. So basically, it's like a better Wisp in the sense that you can hold it in hand until you need it, and every turn you're gonna get a little bit of a buff, plus he's cute. So some cool stuff for Forest. This is more of like the throwback to the old Forest decks or cards of like, hey, you play X amount of cards or 2 cards before this, and then you get a cool effect. I don't know that these have a place right now. You're saying this is a wrong translation? It's supposed to be +0/+1? But either way, I mean, 0 cost card, 2 cards played for Forest, seems cool. I'm not against it. It's a messed up translation. I mean, I trust you guys. It doesn't really change too much, I don't think. It doesn't auto Evo, no, you have to Evo for free. Which is worse than it auto Evoing, but you know. It's an S tier dog. And that's it, yeah. That's all the cards that we have so far. So, on Wednesday, hopefully on Wednesday we have the